Hello, my family. Let's talk chickens. I see a season coming up, and I can understand why. There's going to be probably a big buyout for chickens, and I'm going to show you a few things first, and then we're going to talk real live. We're in the chicken coop with our girls, so I thought I'd give you some heads up, maybe some things that you're wondering what it takes to raise a chicken, and I decided to go ahead and make this video to see if I can help you along. So let's go look at those beautiful little nuggets I get every day. So I take my basket out here because it's getting to the point my girls are just now starting to lay again. So this part makes me happy. It really does. But I'll just tell you, there's a lot of work into these girls. These are a benefit. It's something I choose to want to do, though. And that looks like that might... Nope, I got one more. I thought it was the last one. No, I got one more. But yeah, we're gonna have a talk about chickens. All right, let me get you set up and we'll do some talking. All right, let me get situated here. Okay, so for the most part, when everybody starts with a chicken, they'll more than likely go to their co-op, they'll go to Royal King, they'll go to Tractor Supply, anywhere that sells chicks at spring. I will tell you, the prices for these chicks have gone up a lot. And for a lot of us homesteaders, once we start that initial stock, once we buy our initials, for the most part, we have one rooster and then we have our hens. And we start incubating our own eggs from there on, which is exactly what I do. But to start, if you're starting and you're considering starting, because of the price of eggs this year, it was a good point to turn around and bring this up to you so that you know what's ahead of you. You know what to prepare for. When you first buy those baby chicks, they're absolutely adorable. But know, with those chicks that you bring home, you need a containment for them. Some of us will use the galvanized oval, I don't even know they're containers, I call them, or some may call them waterers for cattle, but they're galvanized settings. Some of us will use totes, and that's what I do. I use a tote. And you're going to need a heat lamp. You're going to need a feeder. You're going to need a waterer. You're going to need pine shavings because you want to keep that area clean, especially for babies. They're prone to get diseases. Now me, I will use a medicated feed at their first onset of their birth till the time they're ready to come outside. I go in stages on their food. When they get to be adults, I will turn around and actually start feeding them layers. But I'll get into that part. Right now for babies, those are the things you need. I will tell you also, baby, you want to come in here in the coop with me? Bless his heart. He's looking at me like, what are you doing?
Looks like they're going to need some water before.
Yeah, I just gave them some. They're going through it again. But anyways, on the babies, these are the things you're going to need. Also know this, and many don't understand that. Now, 2 years ago, there went through a buying spree of chickens too, and by summertime, a lot on the marketplace were being sold. What a lot of people don't understand, to get one of these beauties right here that we're so preciously watching at the stores right now, this takes 6 to 8 months. They need to be mature enough to lay an egg. So no, they will not happen immediately. These take 6 to 8 months before you'll ever see an egg. And that all depends. If you get your babies in the spring, you might at that point get some just before winter. And then again, they may wait till the following spring before they'll ever lay you an egg. I thought you needed to know this as well, because a lot of people don't know the span for this. One of the other things that we know, when people buy their hens, they think they have to have a rooster. You don't need a rooster if all you want is eggs. If you're not going to incubate them, if you're not going to restock your hens, you do not need a rooster. Hens will lay an egg with or without a rooster. It doesn't matter. The only thing the rooster's for is for fertility. That is it. So, and there are a lot of places that will just sell hens. Now, as they get older, feed. Y'all, I have, how many do we have, baby? About 20 something chickens, 25 chickens?
Yeah, something like that.
And we go through 100 pounds in about every week and a half to 2 weeks. So we're looking at 200 pounds of feed a month. Our feed is basically up to $13 to $15 a bag. And that's not including our scratch feed, which is about $14 because we mix it. And that's just for layer pellets. That's a layer and their scratch. So know that you will go through the feed, and especially the more chickens you have, the more you will go through it. This is a costly investment, and a lot of people don't understand why people like us, if and I'm reconsidering this year, but if we decide to sell our eggs, I have done this mistake. I sold my eggs for $2 a dozen when they were being sold for $4. Now, I don't mind helping folks, y'all, but in a sense, that's the same way as me giving away my eggs, because I'm putting a lot into this because I want to. I didn't get into this on the purpose of just an egg. I didn't get into this on the purpose of chicken meat shortages. I got into this is because I wanted to. And with that, yes, I grow, like many other homesteaders, I grow meat and eggs. To me, I have more organic meat. I don't have to worry about the things that they're putting in the chickens in their feed or whatever else and going commercially. So I do this organically. I will give my girls a good lifespan before I ever think about putting them on our table. I have ones now that are really way over the age point, and I'll get to this. My girls generally, a lot of them will look at them about 2 years old, and then they'll start putting on their table. I go between 2 and 3. Right now, though, I have girls on my other pen that you have seen. They're over there for a reason. Those girls are almost 4 years old. Now, here's the other thing you need to know. As they get older, in about their first year to a year and a half, they start molting. And when they molt, molting means they start losing their feathers, and they can look really pitiful at this point. And it takes a good couple months before they start getting refeathered and going through this process. But during that time, they will not lay. Seasonably, for the most part, my girls will lay awesomely. They don't lay 365 days a year. They take a break. I let them take that break. I will not push my girls. Many will turn around and put a light on when the weather starts changing, the light starts changing. I won't push my girls like that. They live longer, they stay healthier. I will let them do their cycles naturally. I will patiently wait for my eggs. And there's things we can do while we're waiting. That's during the molting, and then there's seasons change. And it's been, see, my girls stopped laying at about end of October, beginning of November, and they're just now starting to lay again. So there was a good distance before I could even get an egg. And yeah, I bought them one time so far. So even us, we go through these with as many as we have. I am now looking at my girls being almost 4 years old. At the point when they start aging, many will keep them for pets. I have nothing against that. Many will not use them for table food, and that's perfectly fine. But know this, the older they get, they do have a lifespan, and the older they get, they go through more molting and more molting. My girls that are now nearly 4 years old at this point have been through 2 moltings and completely stopped laying eggs. They get to a point where they really won't lay very many eggs for you anymore. And eventually they will stop altogether. And at that point you're feeding a pet. So please know that. There is time spans, and I don't know, I just felt like you all needed to know this stuff. Like I said, those girls, they're going to be table food, and we are getting ready to replenish that stock to keep ours going. We like to keep a cycle without us having to go buy chicks all the time. Unless I want to change, like I did in this coop here. This coop in here is my Easter eggers and my Brahmas. I'm finding I like them a whole lot better than I like my barred rock and what was the other ones now? Copper Morans. That's what they are. So I have Copper Morans and barred rock, and then here is Easter eggers and my Brahmas. I absolutely love my Brahmas. So I may just go ahead, restock on this breed and keep some of my Easter eggers too. I would suggest, and the biggest thing I would say is, please do some research before you start jumping into raising chickens. There is a lot to learn. You need to learn the different diseases. They do have to be tended for. They have to be treated for mites, because it is very possible, especially in the summer. These chickens get very miserable when they have mites. They do not want to lay any eggs. They are just darn right, it's a mess. And I'll tell you, just about every homestead has gone through it at least once. They have to be dewormed, and you have to watch for various diseases, especially when they're babies. So please do your research before you start. I'm hoping that a little bit of this helped you along the way. Another thing, know this too, naturally. Please allow them to live their lives as natural as possible during our deep freeze. And I know many people who have done this, and please, I ask you, I won't beg you, I won't tell you what to do, I will just inform you. They do not, in the cold, need any heat lamps. They don't need any lighting, extra lighting. Let their bodies go naturally. If you take a heat lamp, you're risking 2 things. 1, you will jeopardize their natural system and the one that they already know what to do to take care of themselves. And 2, you take a risk of putting a fire within your own coops. And then here's the other expense you seriously got to think of. That's the biggest one. We've got the price of lumber. You need a place to put these chickens. A coop is going to cost you, but it's something you need. So get a chicken just for the thought of having meat, just for the thought of getting eggs, without getting deeper into the thought of why you're getting chickens, or how to even care for them, or what it's going to cost you. I would not say just jump into the situation. Please don't just jump in. Learn a lot. Learn everything you can. Know what you can afford. Know what the feed is, and it continues to keep going up on us, y'all. When I first started this in 2019, my feed was really reasonable. I could get a 50-pound bag of 16% layer pellets for like $9, no more than 10, and I'm up to 14 to 15 or 13 to $15. So that was a huge jump in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So, and this year being the worst. It's the most it went up to since we started was $2, and here we are. So, and I don't know how much more it is going to continue to go up. I have to make my adjustments as, can I attend every single one of these birds if I want to keep them? So make a budget. Know what you're willing to do. See what it's going to cost you, what the lumber will cost you for your idea of your kind of coop that you're looking for. Make sure you have enough room to accommodate all that you're looking for. Make sure that you can get all the care that they need, the feed that they need, the bedding that they need. It's more than just having beautiful chickens. It's a lot of work. You will have to clean out your nesting boxes. Some, it depends on how many you have. Some can do this once a month. Me, I have to do this at least once a week, or no more than 2 weeks at a time. So know that you're going to invest in a lot for these beautiful girls. I love my girls, I really do. And just because they are my food and they, in various ways, I absolutely love them. I will give them the best that I can give them. And then I thank them for their sacrifices, because they're amazing and we're healthy. So I'm hoping any of this information has helped you. If there's any more questions that you would like to know, please leave them in the comments below. Make sure you like this video if you happen to enjoy what we're doing to keep us going on YouTube. And until this evening, we are actually making Cornish hens for supper tonight. Now, I already put the Cornish hens in my oven. I will explain it though once they are done. We went to church and I needed to get them in the oven. So I will explain how I did it, what I used, and that way you know what to do. It was super simple. It's not that hard. So we will see you this evening. And like I said, if you have any questions about these beautiful babies, think about it. Let me know and I will get back to you. If I know the answer, I will give you the answer. And if I don't, I will be first to tell you I have no clue. So I'm hoping this video helped you. I got to get inside and start getting some stuff ready for planting my onions and all. So, and I will probably be doing a video for that tomorrow, because I'll wait until we're planting together. In the meantime, much love from Parton's Heritage Homestead and our chicken flock.